Welcome on into Sports Memo Today. I'm your host, Dan Alexander. It's another week here, and man, are we glad we have a great producer like our man Eric behind the scenes who keeps the mics muted until we go live on air. Why? Because we got Joe D'Amico. Have Don Buster, who's going to be hopping on. He's got some NHL action for you, and both of them eaten up as well here for Joe D'Amico. So actually, reason why we have our two guys on here, one of them, well, both of them, as a matter of fact, Joe D'Amico, he's got a $2 play in the NBA tonight. Buster Sports, my man Don Buster, he's got a 5% play in the for my man Don Buster. Just how good, we'll be talking about that here shortly. So, hey, let's actionable information, and that's what we aim to do here. So Joe D'Amico looking good, man. I always forget. I got to bring my glasses on when Joey D's with us. I probably have some around here. I'll find it by the end of the segment. But Joseph, I know you're excited for $2 Tuesday. I know you're always excited, buddy. What's going on?
Dan, I got to tell you, I'm a human Viagra. You never need to dumb me down. I'm very, very excited. I got to tell you, being here with you is bad enough, though. I want to say negative, guys, is bad enough. I got to be on with Don Buster. You guys are two of the best-looking guys in the industry. You got to start putting me on with funny-looking guys so I don't got to get all prettied up in the morning. I got to tell you, every time I'm on the show, I hire a costume mistress and a wardrobe and a makeup designer because you and Don Buster are good-looking. I got to tell you, it bothers me. I am very honored to be here. Very excited about $2 Tuesday. My really good friend Don Buster been busting books for decades. My other good buddy R&R Totals, the best, the cream of the crop in totals. 3 $2 Tuesday documented winning cappers. All three $5 today. But I am excited. I'm on a run. I am a 13-time #1 documented handicapper in hoops. 7 NBA, 6 college basketball. This is the time of year you guys out there have to follow a proven and documented winner. And Joe D is just that. Dan, always excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Man, well, I guess I don't have to do any more promotion on the show. It's all done there with the man rocking the ice here right at the top. But no, Joe's not lying. NCAA basketball, this is one of the best times to be betting it because all these conference tournaments, maybe some advantageous positions. One of those plays you're going to get a little bit later, a dog that the aforementioned Don Buster is looking towards. But as Joe mentioned, I mean, NBA has been one of his stalwarts since he's been in the industry. So you got 2 free plays with him, and I think that just might entice him to hop over and grab that $2 play. So let's start with this Thunder and Golden State game. Golden State taking it on the road to face off OKC, and OKC, well, maybe it's not been the season that some have dreamed for there in Oklahoma City. As far as them defending the home floor as a dog, it hasn't been a bad look. They're around a 4-point dog tonight. Are we doing it against the Warriors? What do you think, Joey?
I got to tell you, Dan, I'm glad that we came aboard today, and I'm joining the SportsMemo Today show on this specific day because there was a lot of things that caught my eye in the NBA, and this game is one of them. My friends, Golden State, which currently sits in the 5th seed in the Western Conference, 34-31, currently possesses the personnel to be very dangerous to opponents when this postseason. All know how much I do. This is a big but I think we learned something in their last outing. Following a 5-game straight up and against the spread win streak, the Warriors fell flat on Sunday night to the Lakers 113-105. A major mistake a lot of sports bettors out there do, Dan. They judge a team currently by their last game's performance. However, I don't think we can ignore 2 major factors in the contest on Sunday for the Warriors. For starters, Golden State was on the road. Guys, let's face it, I don't think there's a team with a bigger disparity between their home and away marks this season than the Warriors. While playing in San Fran, 27-7 straight up. While taking it on the road, a dismal 7-24. Guys, it's ugly. They have failed to cover 6 straight games away from home, folks. The second thing I want you to take note of about that loss to Los Angeles the other night is the fact they had both Steph Curry and Andre Iguodala on the floor for the first time, and as far back as I can recall. Now, granted, guys, both players outstanding. Granted, their return will certainly be significant, but in my opinion, it's going to take a little bit of time for both players to get back in sync with their squad. The team has put them on the floor. Obviously, they got to put them on the floor. They're putting them on the floor again tonight. They have to get significant playing time. They don't have their sea legs yet, sports fans. All right. This will, at least for the time being, be hurtful for the Warriors. Oklahoma City has won back-to-back games for the first time in over a month. They took down Utah both March 3rd, March 5th to earn 2 straight-up and ATS wins. They also see the return of one of their major players. SGA is back on the floor, Danny Boy. The team went 1-5 straight up in his absence. The standout guard isn't just the team's leading scorer. He is their floor general. Him being back will be a major factor here tonight. To be quite honest, after missing a month of service, he lit up the scoreboard for 38 points the other night against the Jets. It's not going to take him any time at all to acclimate back to full strength in the rotation. Giving the Thunder points at home against the Warriors team that struggles on the road and it's going to take a while for their 2 stars to get back in rhythm is a big mistake. To quote one of my favorite bands, AC/DC, na-na-na-na-na-na, Thunder, na-na-na-na-na-na, in the middle of a railroad track, no looking back. Take the Thunder, take your bookmakers' money tonight, Dan. It's a winner.
Man, look at that. He wasn't lying. The spark plug continues here, Joe. Love to see it. So we're looking towards the Thunder as the home dog is what I took away from that. Also took away a little bit of damage in my right ear here. But all's good, Joe. Let's keep it rolling and keep it going. And you got the Grizzlies taking on the Lakers. So we're taking the points in 1. Lakers short home favorite as they're taking on the Grizz. So what are we thinking? Is this a spot to maybe hop in on the Lakers, or do you got another barking dog in this one, Joseph?
Well, Danny boy, I'm going to tell you what I feel about this. And I'm going to be nice and quiet. No, I'm not. Let me tell you, I'm excited still further on this game. You know, folks, with the number of injuries the Lakers are dealing with, you would think normally it would be an issue. But I'm here to tell you, no Bamba, no Russell, no James, no problem, folks. LA runs deep, and let's face it, they're one team that is used to playing without their top stars. But even more than that, this specific matchup really compels me to side with the home team, my friends. The visiting Grizzlies are dealing with their own injuries as well. As of this morning, there is 6 players currently listed as out tonight. Let's get right to the headlines, talk about the elephant in the room. The leading scorer, floor general, Ja Morant. I think we can all agree we never thought he would be a champion of Jeopardy, folks. Come on, let's face it. It takes him about an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. He's no genius. But after his latest video debacle, garnishing a handgun at a strip club where he was obviously, I'm not going to say allegedly, obviously under the influence, guys. You want to sue me, Ja Morant. You were hammered. Okay, having said that, after that debacle, obviously he is suspended. He did not play in Memphis's last outing 2 nights ago, a road loss at the hands of Los Angeles Clippers. They did cover the game, but you can obviously see they're not the same team, not just because of Morant's absence, but because of the distractions due to the suspension. There's a lot of stuff going on in the locker room, guys. It's no secret. Tell you that. I look for Anthony Davis, who is most likely playing tonight. Always do your due diligence. Check the status of every player in this NBA, guys. Things change in a matter of minutes, let alone hours. I look for Davis to light up the scoreboard here without some of the other regulars on the floor and facing a team he can obviously and absolutely dominate, Dan. I look for him to be his own highlight reel tonight. Just turn on the guy, man. Any moment he's on the floor, he'll be his own highlight reel. You know, the Grizzlies have taken 4 of the last 5 meetings in the series straight up. I look for the Lakers to get a little payback, exact a little revenge, get a big victory here tonight. By the way, folks, one more item. Even when Morant was on the floor, Memphis, they weren't all that great on the road. I'll be honest with you. They traveled 12-20 straight up compared to their home record, 26-5. The line did move this morning. I know Dan mentioned at the top of this analysis that the Lakers were a small favorite. The Lakers were -2 just before it went on. A minute before I saw this game at around pick'em. Guys, I quoted AC/DC in the first breakdown. I'm going to quote Randy Newman. I love LA. Take the Lakers. Take your bookmakers' money. It is a winner tonight.
Terrific song as well. I love LA by Newman. A little deep cut there from my man Joey D. And Joe, I was able to scrounge up, so I'll throw it for you to tell people about this $2 Tuesday play. But I was able to find these, so I can do my little Joey D impersonation here for you. So Joseph D'Amico, he's currently 63% in the NBA right now. NBA is heating up the last month. 7-time #1 NBA capper, 6-time #1 NCAA basketball capper over documented season, 70% in both of them. Joseph D'Amico, $2 Tuesday play. What are they going to find at your page?
Guys, I got to tell you, I did put up earlier today. I had 2 college basketball tournament plays. They're going to go up by the time this show goes out. They're still available if you're watching this live, guys. 2 nice plays. I have my 39-17 high roller, my 8-10 annihilator. That $2 Tuesday, I got to tell you, this is my slam dunk play. This season alone, 80%. My most popular, most profitable NBA play in the 20 years I'm documented. Guys, this is the time of year you must, I'll say that 3 times because it's 3 times true. You must follow a proven and documented winner as Dan was so gracious. Guys, look no further than Joe D. 13-time #1 finishes between the college and pro basketball realms. And with MLB just around the corner, baseball. I know we're talking today, baseball just around the corner. A 10, count 10, 10-time #1 capper. Follow me. The best customer appreciation discounts on the planet in this business. Sports Memo. But don't forget that $2 Tuesday. Myself, R&R Totals, and you're going to see him in a moment. Don Buster, 3 documented winning cappers. All 3 of us. Yeah, $2 a piece. $5. You get all 3 of us. You can't beat that with a bat, Dan.
You can't beat it at all. And don't worry, the glasses are off. Dan D'Amico has left the building. We couldn't handle Dan D'Amico and Joe D'Amico. So Joey D, check him out. sm.buzz/JD. And he's not lying, man. Terrific deal that we do every Tuesday at Sports Memo is the $5, and it gets you 3 top-rated plays. We have a 5% from Buster, who we're going to be talking to in just a few moments here. R&R Totals with, apropos, a total of 5% college basketball early afternoon tips. You're going to want to grab that now. And then Joe D'Amico with the slam dunk play there. Just $2 for each of them. Hey, why not get all 3 of them for just $5? Also, if you head on over to wagertalk.com, you're going to see my man Ski Profit. He's got a 5% play in the NBA, and he is seeing the board well right now. You can grab that for $2. So $7 gets you 4 different plays. That's not too bad. That's our thank you here at Sports Memo and at Wager Talk. So, I mean, let's bring him in. Don Buster Sports. You can find him each and every Tuesday on Puck Time. And Buster, I see with the background, you're back down south where you're most comfortable. You're nice and warm, ready to attack the board. And, man, I know a tough act to follow, but you're always coming with the good actionable info, brother. Thanks for coming on, Don.
Well, thanks for having me, Dan. And I tell you, I don't even smoke, but I almost feel like I need a smoke or something. Wow, that when Joe gets going, holy jumping, see, he's something to watch. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, and that's what happens. Was at the top of the show we were having, a little bit of technical difficulties heading in here, and our producer Eric, I think, appropriately pointed out, could just be the electricity that Joe D'Amico brings to the airwaves. It could have just been crossing signals, sending things haywire. That'll happen, man. So,
you know what? I can totally agree with that. That's probably exactly what happens. I go on his first family show from time to time, and yeah. He's a really great guy too. Not just a great handicapper. He's good people. Him and his wife. And actually looking forward to seeing them. I'm going to be heading to Vegas for the March Madness to sit in the sports book and watch college basketball for about 4 straight days. So I'll be hooking up with Joe and his wife when I get down there. So yes.
And go ahead, Don.
Sorry, Dan. Yeah,
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, with college basketball heating up, you're gonna be heading out there for March Madness. We have a college basketball play for the folks that will be hitting for them today in North Dakota State and Oral Roberts. But first, let's start with your first true love on the ice as a Canadian who's now headed down south of the border. You wanted to take a look at the total in this San Jose and Colorado game, a game that was talked about earlier on Puck Time. I want to just get your thoughts. How are you going to be betting this one, and how do you suggest the viewers of the show do the same?
Yeah. Okay, Dan. Yeah, you know what? I'll just correct you. We did not talk about this game on Puck Time, so I just wanted to say that only because that's why I picked this game as well, because it was a game I already gave out to my clients, and I like to do that when I come on these like a show like this, or when I go on the first family show. I like to give out that a play that we've actually always gave out to our clients. Anything, and I've said this before, Dan, anything I give out as a free play, I've gave out to my clients, I've bet. That's just what I do. So here, we like this game over the 6.5. It was laying minus 115 when we got it. We actually have had, in our 5% play that we have today, are both games that we've had circled for a long time. This is the first game between these clubs this season. Last year, these clubs went 2-0-1 to the over. And you're saying, well, they're two different teams. Yeah, but historically, these teams do not like each other. They will take full advantage of the other when somebody's down, like San Jose is down now. I'm looking for Colorado to really take it to them tonight. When they get together, it's the over is 21-10 the last 33 games. As I'd mentioned last year, the games went 2-0-1 to the over. San Jose's on a back-to-back, and that always helps with the overs, especially when Colorado, they played like just crap on Saturday, and they just didn't look good at all. So I'm looking for Colorado to have a much better game. As far as San Jose goes, they're allowing 4 goals a game. That's pretty high. Just under 4 goals a game. But San Jose does have some momentum from last night. They actually went into Winnipeg and won 3-2. So that gives them some momentum. That gives them a little step that they're going to take going after a Colorado club that, like I say, there's a little history here with these guys. And again, Colorado haven't been playing that well defensively. Their last 3 games, they've averaged over 5 goals a game. So looking for Colorado to do all the heavy lifting here, but also looking for San Jose to help out. Just in the past, the Capitals hit them up for 8, St. Louis for 6. I'm looking for like a 6-2, 7-3 Colorado win.
We're looking at the over here in that one. And also, a little, if you're paying attention to the info that Buster's dropping, he's looking at that Colorado side as well. Let's swing on over to the hardwood. But first, that's what you're eyeing tonight in your well, we have R&R totals with the college basketball play, but you mentioned NHL, a 5% play that's up there. So before we get into this college basketball, it's not just the ice that you're looking at. The hardwood hasn't been too bad for you. And also, I know that not a lot of people are out there looking for info on golf, but you on the links has been pretty good over the last few weeks too, right, Buster?
Yes, it has. We've had a good last 4 weeks on the links, and last week was really, really good. We only had 3 top 20 plays. They all came in within top 10. We had Victor Hovland. He was leading going to the last day. Just missed for us. And this weekend it's the Players Championship. It's basically the 5th major, and anybody that follows PGA golf, we're going to have our package up. And what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to have an all-access package for only $19. So anybody watching this, you can remember that's what we're going to have up. We usually have a few college basketball, NHL. We've been very little on the NBA because of all this load management that we play more NBA come the playoff time. But we'll have a nice all-access package with all our golf picks for only $19 tomorrow. I'll have that up probably about 2 or 3 in the morning when I usually do my best work after watching all the hockey games.
Yeah, terrific deal that you can get there. All right, let's give them one more free play on the way out, Don. We're taking a look at this North Dakota State Jackrabbits as they're taking on Oral Roberts. Big price that Oral Roberts is laying. Sure, they're the 1 seed, but 10.5? I don't know. What do we think? A barking dog potentially in this one, Buster? How are you betting it?
Yeah, I definitely am betting the barking dog here with North Dakota State. It's the Summit Final. And unfortunately for North Dakota State, they're going to play Oral Roberts, who has not lost a game this season in conference, 18-0. But actually, last night, we actually thought South Dakota State was a play last night. We took them for the first half because North Dakota actually played the game before. So this will be their 3rd game in 3 nights. But let me tell you, very, very impressive what I saw with North Dakota State last night in that game. They did not miss a beat, and they beat up a pretty good South Dakota State that actually only lost the last time they played Oral Roberts by 4 or 5 points. North Dakota State, you know what? They're hitting it at the right time. And so much in college basketball, people that know this, that watch college basketball, it's when a team gets on the run. The team that's going to win that final, the championship this year, since it's so tight, I mean, it's up for grabs, is going to team that hits that run gets that 6 wins in a row. Well, North Dakota State, they've been doing really well of late. They've won 7 of their last 8, and you know what? I'm not going to say that they're going to win this game because Oral Roberts are the real deal. It would be very interesting to see if they did win this game, if Oral Roberts will get an at-large bid. I don't think Oral Roberts will want that to even have a chance of happening. But 10.5 points just seems a little bit too much. The last time North Dakota State went into Tulsa to play Oral Roberts, they only lost by 8, and it was a pretty competitive game. Now we're on a neutral site. Last night, Oral Roberts won by 5. I know one game does not mean the next, but there's just something about this North Dakota State team that I've seen in the past tournament upset winners, teams that keep playing game after game and keep looking good even on one day's rest. And North Dakota State seems to be that team. And you know what, Dan? One more thing. No matter what, even if Oral Roberts gets up, that back door will be wide open. Always like a dog that I believe can be competitive in a game, can be right there, and you're getting this many points with the back door open. We'll look for North Dakota State to come inside this number tonight in a Summit final.
Yeah, and to Buster's point, too, what does Oral Roberts care if they're winning by 11 or if they're just winning the game? That's not going to be going much into the selection committee's mind, is the margin that they beat the Bison with. Yeah, I said Jackrabbits. You sometimes get North Dakota State and South Dakota State mixed up. It'll happen, folks. But, hey, that's your chance to hop below in the comments and tell me how wrong I was. Help out the algorithm there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss any of the great shows that we have here at Sports Memo and at Wager Talk. Speaking of Wager Talk, we have Wager Talk Extra that's going to be dropping a little bit later today. Andy Lang going to be breaking down some PGA action, so you can get some free actionable info there. Hop over to sm.buzz/DB and grab Don Buster's pack that goes up tomorrow in PGA action. If you enjoyed the show, as I told you, all we ask you to do, hit that subscribe button. Check out these guys at sportsmemo.com. And for the human spark plug, Joe D'Amico, and the great Don Buster at Buster Sports, I'm Dan Alexander, and we'll be back Thursday with another full slate of actionable information for you in 30 minutes or less, only on Sports Memo Today.